So I think we're doing great. I think we're doing stellar. I think we're doing all right. We upset some people. On. We did upset some people. Yeah. But, you know, that's on brand for 2020 is to upset people.
Everyone's upset for myriads of reasons. Mm-hmm. You can literally say, I like A. They're like, why not B through Z?
Yeah. There are men who make $175 after taxes that are who have like blood in their eyes over what you said last week.
They're ready to fight me. They are ready to kick me like, you stupid. Like, people really came at me.
In their feelings.
In their feelings, in the comments, adding me on Twitter.
What was the wildest thing somebody said to you in this last week, though? I'm dying to know.
Somebody was like, Joe, tell this stupid, silly bitch.
No.
Yes. So, chick, like, she added me.
It was a woman, too?
Yes, it was a woman. Damn. Tell this stupid, silly bitch that she wildin', not getting money for child support from her baby daddy.
Oh,
like
wow.
I'm like, I had to.
So we shaming women for being the bigger person now?
We shaming women.
Listen,
that's what time we on.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I read all of it. Maybe like on Wednesday, Thursday. I was like, okay, I've had enough. I can't. And I guess by Thursday, I was just like reading it in song.
Yeah, we love a song. We gotta have a song. We gotta read things and say things with song.
I made my own remix to the comments that were being said to me.
And how does it go?
It's to the tune of "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong.
Okay. Okay, here we are.
I gotta get the lyrics together.
Okay, all right.
This bitch is being finessed. Does she make $200K as well? Her baby daddy doesn't pay child support, but she wants a man with wealth. And I think to myself, what a goofy bitch. That's
yes. We need an applause. We need the claps because that was such a good performance.
that was my rendition of the comment section that I experienced this week. It was plentiful.
Brutal.
I'm
but
a goofy bitch this week.
Apparently you're not the only one because Mandy's goofy ass is at home without us again this week. We're without her. She's without us.
And we miss her.
And we miss her terribly. Although we do get a chance to engage because she doesn't put her phone down and she's on social media 24/7. Right. So we all get a chance to see how Mandy's doing. But she's fine. She's still asymptomatic, still at home, and staying safe and keeping all of us safe as well. So we're grateful for that. But we love and miss her. Terribly. But
it's just unfortunate where her situation is a little bit unique from other COVID situations where, diagnosed, yes, positive with COVID, but at the same time, asymptomatic. So usually when people get sick with COVID, they get sick, and once they start getting better, it's like, okay, you're better now. You can move about the country. Now it's just, okay, I feel fine, but I just have to literally wait it out and see when I can possibly...
Right. And apparently you can still, if you test positive for COVID and you quarantine, you stay home, whatever, you can still go get tested and get a positive test, asymptomatic or not, a positive test up to 3 months after you get a positive test, which is really awful. Because for Mandy, it's like, bruh, there's so much work to be done. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if she keeps getting positive tests, then we just, we gonna thug it out.
Thug it out.
We'll be okay though. I'm not too worried about it. But
I'm not.
It is what it is. Everybody has their gripes. My gripe this last week though was the humidity in New York is insane for
no reason.
I mean, climate change. If we want to keep blaming everybody else for it,
there we go.
we can start there. Global warming is in fact a thing. And in October in New York, for whatever reason, last week it was 75 degrees and humid, and I found myself under siege, under attack by a mosquito. In my house, there was a mosquito that literally had the audacity. Yeah.
You texted, I'm like, Bridget, it's October. What are you talking about? Mosquito?
Nobody believed me. No one believed that there were mosquitoes. Nobody. So I'm like, okay, I'm a DIY Google queen. I will find out how I can, you know what I mean? How I'm gonna survive this situation because it was dire. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of melanin, so if I get bit, it looks crazy. The welts that's like blow up on my arms and stuff like that. If I get bit, and the mosquitoes love me for I don't know what it is, but every time I get bit, they end up like turning into these gross, swollen red bumps, and it looks, it looks a little sus.
Yeah.
And we live in an age where everybody, you cough wrong, you sneeze too many times, and everybody's looking at you like, bitch, what you got? Right. So, so I'm like, all right, what do? I Google how to make a trap. I literally made a mosquito trap with sugar and water. I cut the water bottle in half, like did the whole thing, got double-sided tape, put sugar around the to try to attract it.
Project, yes.
I had a whole science fair in my bedroom, right?
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Do you know this motherfucker still did not go for the trap? So I went to Home Depot. I went and bought like the plug-in light. I was like, can I go buy an air conditioning unit? Like, can I?
That mosquito was like, oh, that's cute. She made Kool-Aid and put it in the
Oh, she's trying to scare the demons away with diabetes. Like, it was fucked up. So I went and bought the off candles. I had off candles the way that we have this beautiful ambiance set up here. I had this very thing in my bedroom with an off candle and an oscillating fan because I was told they don't like, winds and cold air and whatever. The circulation would throw them off. So I had the blue UV light plugged in. I had the off candles. My room smelled like citronella. And then I had the oscillating fan. So I was camping for like 4 days in my apartment. Just camping to avoid getting bit by a mosquito.
Did it eventually leave?
I saw him. Or her. It could have been a him or a her, but I don't know which one. They. Yes. We'll just we'll give them that binary pronoun. We'll just call them they. Whichever I don't even know how many there were, to be honest. There might have been more than one, but I heard it like buzz by me. And you know how they do that where they like to whisper sweet nothings in your ear just to fuck with you in your sleep, right?
I'm about to bite your ass.
Right. Apparently the ones that buzz, though, Googled this as well as I was figuring out how to build the trap. Googled that the ones that buzz by you are not the ones that bite you.
Really?
Yes. So the ones that buzz by your ear, the ones that you hear, they not the ones. Those are the best debate. That's the distraction. That's to throw you off.
Oh,
so they probably tag teaming you. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
They tag teaming you. They on they Shaq and Kobe. They
WWE Raw Monday night. Shit.
Listen, came after me and I still got because I was nervous. But it's cool. I believe that they're gone. I'm not going to man shame and say that it was a male mosquito that was terrorizing me, but, most of the time in my life, it has been a male mosquito that's terrorized me.
Speaking of mosquitoes, flies, did you see the clip about the drones that's being created?
Yes.
To distract and possibly, I don't want to confirm it, but possibly there was a fly drone created to distract us during the VP debates.
So they're trying to say that the fly that managed to find itself into the winter wonderland of Mike Pence's white hair was a drone?
Yes.
That's ridiculous. That's just...
They say they've done ridiculous. It in an Obama interview, but Obama swatted it and I guess killed it, quote unquote, and it cost a lot of money to replace that particular fly drone that they made. But a company is claiming that they created that drone sat on Mike Pence's head.
Of course they are. I have a love-hate with technology. I got to be honest. I posted something on Twitter that was like, I had said, because this was in the middle of my mosquito debacle, that that I had hoped that the internet bots, whoever was a bot on the internet, that I hoped that they got bit on, if it was a guy, that he got bit on his dick by a mosquito, and that it blew up and was itchy, and that his girl thought he was cheating on him and had to clap.
Oh, hell.
Because... That just triggered me. I'm sorry. I thought about technology and all the shit that I can't control and don't know enough about. And then by the time you figure something out, they introduce something new and you're already behind. Like, why the fuck are we always behind? I was complaining because I was trying to get the Salehi New Balance sneakers. And yes, for everybody that tries to act like, oh, well, you could just call somebody and get, no, the fuck, we always can't. I know people think that that's always the case when you know a couple celebrities or you might be connected in the net. No, that's not the case. We have to sit online and, take the L's on the sneakers app, just like everybody else most of the time. And it just pissed me off because I was like, damn. I got a notification on the website that said, "Oh, your wait time is over an hour." It's like, yo, if it's a dub, just say that. Like,
look, God bless y'all
like,
that still use the sneaker app because y'all got patience. I don't have it in me.
I mean,
after the first weekend, I would have been like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean,
I would have made a whole conspiracy theory about the sneaker app is just out here to distract us from what we really need to do in the world.
Like the fly drones. Well, fuck all y'all. All y'all tech people that are into the bots that make drones, that are obsessed with all this stuff that continues to leave us behind. Fuck all y'all, because that shit is trash and it's really upsetting and it's devastating when you get all that adrenaline rush at 9:59 a.m. when you sitting there with the phone like at 10 on the dot. I'ma just go pay, Apple Pay, swipe, like all of that stress level, the heart palpitations.
Oh,
it's a lot. It's a lot. So I may have to just refrain because I just need to give up. Because I've been really trying hard not to buy stuff.
Yeah.
But it's been tough. Sneakers and like clothes and stuff have been tough to not buy. But just because it's getting cold. This is my first winter in like 10 years. So I feel like I got to start buying.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So I mean, I have coats and stuff like that. I'm a New Yorker. We always got coats and boots. It's the one thing New Yorkers all have is a plethora of coats and boots.
Right.
Always. But other than that, like I don't have, I have tank tops and t-shirts
trendy shit too. Like you gotta keep up with the trends and shit.
Well, somewhat, but for me now, like this is probably the most out of shape. I won't say heaviest. I'll just say out of shape. This is the most out of shape that I've been probably in a long time.
But give you a break. It's COVID.
Well, yeah, it's COVID. Like when I moved here over the summer, the gyms were still closed.
Right.
So there wasn't a lot to do, and obviously it's COVID. So I wasn't pressed to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go run outside with everybody else. Mask on. No. So at this point, I have resigned myself to being dressed like a gym teacher or a dance coach, a background dance coach. I'm here to be dressed like that. Ain't no
Debbie Allen going on over here.
It's a little. There's no jazz shoes.
I'm feeling this Seinfeld.
Shout out to Dumb Good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dumb Good for these goods.
Though.
I need it. It's a set.
Yes.
I'm gonna be in a sweatsuit and a bun probably for all of the winter months because
I like this.
Yeah, thank you. It's comfy. I think I'm gonna choose comfort over everything else. But it helps that it's fly. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Larry Seinfeld and Larry David fan.
Yes.
So Curb Your Enthusiasm is a good show. So yeah. So that's been my weekend. But speaking of shows. We're out of shows on Sundays. I'm sad now.
There's nothing to watch.
There's nothing to watch. Lovecraft took all our time and was the most thought-provoking Sunday that I've had since Game of Thrones. And
tough times.
Yeah.
We're living in rough times.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if any of our listeners watch Lovecraft, but there was an episode of Lovecraft Country.
They watch it because they were very mad at you.
Why were they mad at me?
They thought you you gave a spoiler.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Sorry. Fuck y'all. Watch the show. So,
you should have just skipped over that part. Honestly. There's an option to fast forward, but
also you're 2 days
whatever.
late. You're 2 days late. Yeah. I gave you a whole extra day to watch it before I spoiled anything. So that's not on me. That's on you. Catch up. So... And there's an episode, and I actually wanted to ask you about this. There's an episode where Ruby, who is Letty's sister, takes this magic potion, right? And turns herself into a white woman. To go work. Hold on. Because this was the one thing about the show that pissed me off, right? She took this potion, she turned into a white woman. She had like white skin, right? Mm-hmm. And she like did all of that so that she could go get a job at a retail store.
I like Bloomingdale's.
Right. Which just was like, you didn't want to go beat somebody up that might have bullied you or like rob somebody.
She just wanted to work at Bloomie's. Like,
she just wanted to work. She just wanted a job. And I thought to myself,
damn.
What would I like?
This goofy bitch.
Like what? This goofy think to myself. What a goofy bitch. Like what would you do? Like if you could trade skins with somebody. Number one, would you do it? And number two, if you did it, what would you do with it?
Trade skins sounds like...
It sounds gross. I mean, it is gross. If you watch the episode, it's gross.
Woo, trading skins.
But it was also, during a very different time.
Yeah, it's a different time. I feel like what it was, at least for her character, what it was is just, you just don't know what to do with that. So you just aim low. Like, let me start off slow before shit fuck up.
Let me see how much. Let me see what little bit I can get away with before I wild out.
Let me build up a little bit, little by little.
I would have walked into a bank and tried to get a loan. I would have done all types of shit with that. Like
she was just
a
on
middle-aged
her,
white woman.
vendetta time. Like
yeah.
I really wanted this job, and they hired this other black chick. So let me try to get this job. Kind of thing. She was aiming low. She wasn't in her. She was in her bag.
Yeah, that's all right.
She was in her.
Yeah, that was my only
her pocket.
That was my only gripe about the show. It was like, of all the fucking things that you could have done with that stupid ass skin, you went and got a job at Bloomingdale's. I would have done something.
I would have been wilding in the bank.
I would have been wilding in the bank. I need a loan for the house. I need a loan for a house.
I need the part.
I just need anything. I need anything. Like I would go in and get a facial. I would be doing all types of shit. Like you're not about to tell me nothing. I'm gonna go sit. I'm gonna ride the bus just to sit in the front. Just to sit next to you, sir. What's up?
I'll be like, can I drive this bus?
Drive the motherfucking bus? Like
let me drive the boot.
Anything. Just, smack the shit out of some lady that might have been rude.
She ain't low.
She did aim low.
She ain't low.
She ain't low. You know what else I did watch though that I loved was My Next Guest with David Letterman on Netflix.
Yeah.
That has become one of my favorite shows to watch. And you can binge watch it. It's not like on any specific day.
That was my Friday night vibe.
And this season, there's usually like a couple episodes in each season. This season was where he interviewed Kim Kardashian, Lizzo, Dave Chappelle, and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And I watched all of them because I got hooked. I got into
Robert
it.
Downey Jr., I gave it 2 minutes. I was like, Iron Man, all right, cool.
Once they got to the farm and he was walking around with the llamas, I was like, yeah,
I can't relate. I honestly, I can't relate. You are a rich white man. I cannot relate to you, so there's nothing for me to watch here. I'm just going to hear about your privilege. And
that level of wealth and boredom just really irritates me. It gets under my skin. I don't know why, but it's just... I liked the biographical part of because I didn't know that both of his parents were in show business, Robert Downey Jr. So I thought that was kind of cool. His dad was a director.
Nepotism. Ooh. I like that. Yeah, I don't care.
I thought some of it was cool, but the one that really got me though was the Dave Chappelle interview because Dave Chappelle, as we know, just has like he's gone into this small town in Ohio now, and he's posted up. He's living a very very interesting, normal, separate from the industry life.
Yeah.
And I say normal loosely because I think normal has gotten a little tainted.
Dave has had a magnificent journey of fame and how he's dealt with it and where he is now with it and what he feels about it. And he's been very vocal. So I like his journey that he's sharing with us.
This was the first time where he actually talked about the episode of the Dave Chappelle show that pushed him to be like, oh, nah, fuck this. I got to get the fuck out of here. I'm wilding. And I thought that was really powerful because we didn't really, when the Dave Chappelle, when he just decided to wash his hands of it and leave it alone, we were all kind of like, what the fuck just happened here? He had a midlife crisis and it just doesn't make any sense at the height of his, the pinnacle of his success, right? But I thought it was really cool that he shared with David Letterman, the difference between wanting to be famous and like maintain that level of fame and then, and then being a celebrity, right? When you're a celebrity, you are signing yourself up to be beholden to everybody that's tuned into you and following you and wants to be a part of your moment, and you're responsible for everything that you say and everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you're signing up to not really own any of yourself, which I thought was really powerful. But he likes where he is now because he gets to participate in a community. And even as a famous person, his contribution to that small town still outweighs and overpowers the fact that he's Dave Chappelle, this world famous comedian. Yeah, so I thought that was
amazing.
Fire. Yeah.
I was intrigued by his explanation of why he left Chappelle's show. Just doing, I forget what skit it was. I don't know if he mentioned it.
He was in blackface. Like he purposely did like.
Because I had went to the kitchen at that. Okay, so
he said he had done a skit and he realized that
somebody laughed.
It was the way somebody laughed. And it wasn't, I don't think he internalized it as like they were racist, but it was the way that they laughed that made him realize that he had the power in that moment to open the door for people to kind of like not only just exploit that, but also, you know, vilify him for, you know, taking it too far.
He has a responsibility as someone who is a celebrity to, as a black celebrity.
Yeah, and I think he realized his limit, which a lot of people who are celebrities, especially creatives, they don't always know what their limits are on an integrity level until they go past it, right? Until they get beyond the threshold, and then it's like, holy shit, who am I? How did I get here? How did I get to this place? Like, how much of my soul did I have to sell to do this? You know?
I mean, it's not the same, but it kind of reminds me of Shonda Rhimes. Just recently, announced that she is leaving Disney for Netflix because she didn't get a ticket to Disneyland. It's always something really minuscule to open your eyes. This ain't it for me.
Right.
I deserve better. I need to do better. So let me leave, kind of thing. Dave's situation reminded me of that, where Shonda wanted to take her family to Disney World, a relative to Disneyland, and wanted to get tickets for them. They couldn't get tickets. She's like, "What do you mean? I literally built ABC up,
I brought all of y'all to Shondaland, and you can't bring me to.
I got my own land. I can't go to Disneyland. Like, it's crazy." So, just that $126 ticket, how much of a Disneyland ticket is, just made her realize these people do not respect my worth,
right, at all.
I need to leave.
Yeah.
It's always those small moments. It's never you're fired. It's always those moments of somebody really showing you who they are.
But also, I think the part that we don't always consider too is that, you know, especially for somebody like a Dave Chappelle, who on the Chappelle Show in particular had so many different creatives around him all the time, right? He realized in that moment, which I'm sure Shonda Rhimes has too, whatever you allow in that space to be, you know, whether it's treatment or how you handle your business or whatever amount of money you're willing to take, you set the bar for how everybody that's following you is going to be treated after that. So it's kind of like that responsibility falls onto you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like if Serena Williams was not as vocal as she has been about the fact that she is treated differently because she's a woman. She is treated differently because she's black. If she was not that vocal about that, you know what I mean, and as passionate and as successful as she is, still be as strong and as confident and convicted in her opinion.
Yeah.
Naomi would not be able to get up there and be like, all Black Lives Matter, all Black Lives Matter. This is where we are.
Level at that,
and further the conversation and continue to move the needle. So. Yeah, I mean, that responsibility definitely falls on them. So, well done. Congrats, Shonda Rhimes.
Yay.
We love her. Yeah. I mean, there would be no Olivia Pope without Olivia Dope. So
that part, there wouldn't be. I wouldn't be here without you, Chandra.
Oh, I said it the other way around, but you know what I meant. You know, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. That's what I said. No, I said what I said. I mean, we sitting here drinking wine too. I feel like, we just inspire people.
We inspire.
We inspire people.
Guys.
Speaking of inspiration, that interview really put me in my feelings about just thinking about different responsibilities that we have. Because then he went on, David Letterman went on and interviewed Lizzo, and I had no idea how extensive her career was, like early on she started in the industry grinding. Like I knew the story behind Truth Hurts, but I didn't realize like how long she grinded, how long she hustled, and how many different routes she took to get where she is. I thought that was really great.
Working with Prince and Third Eyed Girl, and
being in Minneapolis, and then
Paisley Park.
Listen,
what a blessing.
What a blessing.
What a blessing to be a part of that project.
Yeah. And she's talented as hell.
Yeah.
She is talented as hell.
I enjoyed her interview with David Letterman. I did.
I like that she did it in her house. I like that intimacy. I thought that was kind of cool. Because it didn't feel like a flex. You know? Yeah. I think it just felt mad comfortable. I'm uncomfortable by the amount of flexing that I've been seeing lately.
I appreciate her awareness and being present and understanding her career has been full circle in terms of where she started, and now she's back here but on another level. I definitely recommend everybody watch hers, because it was cool to really see past the twerking And
past all the naked shit on Instagram, which I feel like people have dragged out. It's like she's an incredible, multifaceted talent, and she speaks to confidence and in women. And I thought she made a statement too that I thought was really powerful, which is that she wants to be known for her activism because she's smart, not because she's black and a big girl. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like those are the two things that people just automatically tag her in, and it's like, bro, she feels how she feels as a passionate woman, just as a woman. Doesn't have to be because she's black. She's exactly, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have to be because she's a big girl that she's got to do all this. But no, it's like she loves herself. Yeah, I think it's great. People are threatened by that self-love, honey.
Yeah, once you get your power and you really understand you, a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people are afraid of it.
A lot of men are afraid to make $200,000 a year. A lot of men are afraid to make more than $200K.
Here's the thing with that. See, the thing is, I'm not even dating or looking to date right now. That's the crazy part. I was asked the question by Joe, and I answered it.
You did.
That's it. I'm not looking to date anybody because I know what I need to work on for myself and what I need to be and where I need to be comfortably. Yeah. So I'm not looking to find that in somebody else right now because I'm working on me and I'm very comfortable in this space of discovering and learning and building me.
And she doesn't need y'all to buy her a Birkin.
I don't need no nigga to buy me my fucking Birkin.
Oh, man. Can we talk about that for a second?
The guy. You know what? I muted that word on my Twitter.
You muted Birkin?
I muted Birkin on my goddamn Twitter account because I'm tired of that. I was so tired of seeing that shit all weekend.
Oh, man. People let that conversation take over their live rent-free for days. How, Sway? That really blew mine. So we had in our group chat, obviously, we have topics that we bring to our group chat all the time to discuss candidly amongst ourselves, and then we try to censor some of the shit that we say so that we don't sound like complete haters or complete birds on this podcast. But I will say, collectively, we all cringed when we saw the post that Shade Room posted of Saweetie on Quavo's Live talking about if he not paying your bills and he not buying you a Birkin, give him back to the streets. Which, and I tweeted because I was like, man, there's so much to talk about on this. There's just so many things. See, the things are. The plethora is. Yeah, there's so many things. I think I'll start with what I think is the most important point, which is the fact that most of us are not in the tax bracket to be purchasing first and foremost a Birkin. And the timing of the continual flexes on the gram with shit like that, when a lot of people, and I'll say us because I have friends that are also in dire straits, not dire straits, but people that are struggling right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are running out of resources and collecting unemployment. In particular, probably a lot of their fan base are figuring out how to make it work in life on a very regular level, a very normal human level. And to watch these celebrities, flex in such a way, as aspirational as it is, don't get me wrong, I still think that we're still living in an age where people don't want to read the fucking room. They don't want to read the room. It's like, niggas are struggling to pay rent, and you talking to me about a $25,000 fucking bag that I'm supposed to dump somebody because they're not buying me a $25,000 bag. Fuck you. Like, no.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, not because she my homegirl, but if this were a song lyric, would we be as mad?
Maybe not.
Yeah, that was my thing. If you can't buy me a Birkin, you don't need him, sis. Send him back to the streets. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah. Sample. Would we be as mad?
No, because you made a good point. I saw on Twitter that you posted. You were like, well, when the city girl said,
"Real ass bitch give a fuck about nigga," you know, the energy was a lot different.
The energy was there, but that
Shout
was
out to
also
Lil Yachty who wrote them lyrics.
But
the
also,
energy, because he stated his claim this weekend, saying, you know, he started this trend of everybody.
But also, right. Well, way to go, Yachty. Lobo, I think that the issue I take with it really is just the fact that, you know, and it's not even an issue. I'm less bothered by that because of the Birkin than I am about the fact that, like, most of us who are watching these celebrities don't have it like that. So I'm not a Saweetie, so I can't be looking at my man like he's Quavo and be like, hey, I don't want to. And even if I could, it's like you telling a bunch of young women who likely have student loan debt, likely don't own their home, likely don't own their car, or the car is in their mama name. You telling them that if a man's not paying their bills, it's just like, oh, it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. And Mandy actually had a really great point about I know, this would have been the perfect moment. Damn it, Mandy.
What do you have to say?
What do you have to...
You know what? I'm going to call her.
Okay, let's call her. Let's call Mandy.
Let's call Mandy.
Hey. So we missed you. We missed you so much. We're sitting here talking, obviously. We're on the couch. We're drinking wine. Candles are lit. We're on a date, basically. I just described a date to you. We're on a date without you.
I love it. I actually haven't drank all week because I hear like I shouldn't do that. So
yeah.
Drink up for me, guys.
Okay, we will. We'll keep it cute. We'll keep it sexy.
Mm-hmm.
We were calling you because, man, we dove headfirst into this Birkin topic with yeah, we were talking we were talking about, you know, how frivolous it is, you know, to there's just levels, you know, but we're expecting men to buy bags that cost, you know, down payments of homes. And you know, I remember seeing something on Twitter that you posted last week about the difference between a trick and a boyfriend and what the expectations are. So I was like, oh my God, we have a resident expert on
look, here I go. I'm thinking I'm about to sit here and just be sad and give a COVID update.
Nah, you're not giving no sad. No.
You want me to be dragged. So it's crazy because, yeah, I did actually mention, I don't think the conversation is had about women genuinely dating in order to be taken care of. And I mean, I got dragged for my take on that. I do feel like you're not looking for a boyfriend if you're dating looking for someone to take care of you. You're looking essentially for a sponsor or for a trick.
Right.
And I think that needs to be differentiated by women when we say that. Because I think also as well, if you're out looking for your bills to be paid or looking for bags in exchange for anything, essentially you're an escort or prostitute. If you want to, if you don't want to be called that, then sure, let's say it's sugaring or you're getting a sponsor or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I think that I am over the conversation regarding a goddamn $20,000 bag that the majority of the country cannot afford.
Like, if y'all are getting these PPP, SBA loans,
let me know send me the link.
Don't send me the link. Do not.
Well, no, that's the thing. Realistically, it's a whole bunch of people that collected their $1,200 stimulus check talking about a $20,000 bag, and it just doesn't add up. What were both of y'all's takes on it this week? By the way, I do miss y'all. I can't wait to get back in my chair.
I miss you so much. Your chair is cold and lonely without you. It is.
Olivia, I've seen you over the weekend on Clubhouse talking about this same debate.
Oh no,
child! Don't talk about that damn godforsaken place.
You know, and I'm ready to get back outside just so that I don't have to be on that app arguing with men about these conversations anymore either. I don't know. I'm really in a space where, again, we've given this bag so much topic that we've given them free promo at this point.
Yeah.
None of us have stock in Hermes, So I just don't understand why they are allowed all of this free promotion.
Well,
I mean, shit, this is our platform, and now they about to make coins because we over here talking about the goddamn.
Well, I will say though, Cardi B made a comment. She posted a video on Instagram about the fact that, number one, she made 2 points. One of which I will poke a hole in because I didn't agree with it. Which is that she said that, excuse me, a lot of women, Black women in particular, are the ones that get scrutinized for having a Birkin and post and whatever and questioning whether or not it's real and and all that, but they don't do it to white celebrities. And my argument to that is the fact that most white celebrities and not even celebrities, I mean, we live in New York City. You could literally walk down Fifth Avenue and see
a Birkin,
and see an old white lady with a Birkin that she's probably had for the last 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Hers has probably appreciated significantly and probably worth $100,000 at this point. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the difference culturally is that a lot of the rich people that have purchased those bags are not in it for the flex. They're not doing it for the flex. At this point, hip hop artists who do it, anybody culturally that we relate to that does it is for the flex.
Yeah, hip hop is about flexing. Yeah, point blank. Period.
It's about showing how much money you have and how much and so on and so forth. So that's why we look at that, because that's what we aspire to do, is to be in a position to afford a Birkin. Whether or not you choose to buy it is not really the point, because they're not the best looking bags anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're regular.
Yeah, they're not good looking bags. I would say the problem is, I mean, this stems back to when women have standards. Mm-hmm. You get looked down upon. I mean, and I don't know if y'all touched on it, but I saw them dragging Olivia for her comment.
Yep. Even wanting a man. We did talk about it. We talked about it at the game.
What are goofy bitch?
And I think but that's the thing. It's almost like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's been something I've been saying. And they literally look down upon people for just wanting the best of things, wanting the most out of their man, wanting luxury items, wanting these things that essentially we all strive to have.
Right.
None of us want a broke man. None of us care to rock Michael Kors. I mean, we will if it's in our budget, but if we can get a Louis or a Fendi or a Gucci or a Birkin, why not? I think a lot of us do aspire to these things. And again, as women specifically, if we want it, or we ask for it, or we get it ourselves, I think regardless, people are just going to have negative things to say about women. And I heard enough, like I said, of men talk. Men don't want to hear us talk.
Right.
Men don't want to hear us want for more or anything. Well, they want us to be dependent on them.
The thing that I love, though, that Cardi did say was that if you don't have it like that, don't fucking do that shit. Don't blow money on some shit you don't have. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which does come back to the argument that we had, which is
Cardi always tries to weave her way back to common sense. And that's one thing I appreciate.
When she landed the plane at the end, she said, "If a man wants you, he's gonna fuck regardless, whether you have a Birkin or an Aldo purse."
Yes,
she literally said that. So if
Shout
all you can,
Aldo.
You know what I'm saying? If that's all you can, if that's all you can afford, then cool. At the end of the day. Because here's the thing, we're also in the age of the woman, of the independent woman. This is the first time in a long time where we're watching a lot more women be at the forefront of the conversation and getting shit themselves. Yeah. So I hate going back to and revisiting this thought that to me is primitive, that we're supposed to expect this level of provision from men. Half of these men can't even be fucking faithful. Don't buy me a goddamn bag. Keep your fucking pants on.
But let's be real. If we take out genders altogether, it's just a whole bunch of people pocket watching. And at the end of the day, and I never thought I would agree with anything this man said, but Ocho Cinco on his latest show, which I've been watching on YouTube, I think it's great. He went on to even admit that a lot of the shit he bought was fake. He said, I wasn't going to go and buy real shit.
Damn.
He said, for what? He said, for what? So even that's the thing. Y'all are out here pocket watching these bags and knowing how much they cost. And in reality, a lot of them could be fake. Even Cardi came, well, there's resale. Bruh, it doesn't matter. Let people rock what the fuck they want to rock. Like,
I get it. I think that,
it's just a whole bunch of pocket watching, really.
I just think that we need to be smarter as a culture in how we portray things, right? Like, I think Cardi B hit it on the head. It's like we used to watch the Obamas all the time and be like, damn, I need a Barack, da 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 da. You gotta be Michelle to get Barack, sis. You know what I'm saying? We can't be sitting here. If I'm not making Saweetie money, because Saweetie can afford to buy her own fucking Birkin. So she's in a position to say that type of shit to her man because, okay, if you don't want to buy it for me, cool.
They both got Birkin money.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all both got Birkin money, by all means. But if you don't, and you still got student loan debt, and you still out here trying to figure out how to, you know what I'm saying? Pay your car note.
Don't read me, because listen, bitch,
Here
I got these 2 degrees.
That's okay, but you got enough. But you got enough in savings to buy a house, though.
Exactly.
If you wanted to buy a house right now, you stacked enough bread that you could do that. So that's my point. No matter what, I think the messaging, I'm gonna say it again because I say it every episode. It's all about the how. The how is more important than the what. Yeah. The what is the fucking Birkin. Fuck the Birkin. Because you're right. Nobody owns stock in Hermes. Nobody does. None of us are out here like, you know what? Let's buy stock in. No, none of us do. So fuck that. It doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, buy actual stock.
It comes down to, like, we have all these conversations about different things. What somebody bought, Offset bought a car seat last week. We talking about Birkin bags this week. It literally all comes down to us all being finessed. Mm-hmm. We're all being finessed by these brands. Yeah. And it's all becoming a social construct. Money is a social construct. Mm-hmm. We're all very aware of that. Birkin and Hermes has found a way to create and make this bag that is not that much different from any other luxury bag into its own social construct. Right. And I absolutely applaud them for being that brilliant. Where now this Birkin, this bag is now the epitome of luxury, where you're only allotted if you are an elite to even be on the waiting list to buy this bag. Mm-hmm.
Unless you are so famous,
unless you are wealthy, super famous, you can
call somebody directly at Hermes and say,
get the hookup.
Can I just point out that besides Atlanta, what the hell you need a bag for? Because we all about to be locked in our goddamn houses again any goddamn way. So outside of showing it off on Instagram, you ain't gonna have nowhere to wear your bags to, okay?
she want us all to be locked in our houses too.
She's like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna buy a bag just to be outside with it. Like,
no, but it's the whole social construct, and I applaud Hermes for doing that and creating its own social construct around a bag, to the point where it's now trickled down from celebrities gnawing and trying to get on a waiting list 3-5 a year, and now it's trickled down to Black Twitter, where we're talking about a bag most of Black Twitter and us can't afford.
Right. We was doing it for Telfar, and at least it's Black owned, and I love the fact that they refuse to make it exclusive. Right. They are allowing anyone who purchases the bag to be able to get it,
which is how it should be.
And so I respect them for going against the norm, especially when Black Twitter did go ahead and give Telfar that boost during quarantine. So I say let's do that. Let's go ahead and continue to push the narrative to support Black businesses.
Yes.
Fuck what a name is. Like, and I love that a lot of just Black businesses are coming to the forefront and not following this stupid ass exclusive to where, look, we spent a whole weekend talking about a bag.
And we gotta stop. We gotta stop modeling ourselves after fucking. I know.
Bag of dicks.
I just can't. We have to stop modeling ourselves after celebrities. That's not real life. Instagram is not real life. Twitter is not real life. Clubhouse is also not real life.
Oh God.
I know y'all indulged in the weekend. I refuse. I will not participate. I will not partake. I'm not even trying to say the name of that on this fucking pod because I feel like they're not cutting y'all a check.
But I will say it was quite an interesting weekend for me to literally be quarantined in my house, and to have a complete meltdown, an argument with Sean Garrett, and last night 21 Savage, like, and just it's really
she had to say their
like
names.
The ideas. I mean, I'm just saying I'm gonna say their names because Sean Garrett could suck my whole dick.
All right,
but I'm sorry, but the idea that now we have this platform where, I mean, listen, a lot of people listen to us. A lot of people may question why our voices are now voices of the culture, or why people would want to listen to us. But it goes to show that a lot of people should not be given a stage to talk. And also, too, how many people are not how many people are just not listened to because they don't. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm off the app though. Olivia, I'm off of it.
I'm proud.
I'm gonna go on there for
I'm happy for you.
I'm proud of you. Please stay off of it.
Once you get on there, give yourself 2 days and you're ready to delete that app.
I told Mandy, I said, yo, you can't even stay your ass in the house. You had to enter the Clubhouse from the crib because you just can't fucking help yourself. You just gotta be in the mix. You gotta be part of the conversation. Stop doing that shit, bro.
I will say, going back to episode 1, I mentioned the fact that a lot of the conversations regarding sexual assault, sexual abuse, gender roles, patriarchy, we need both men and women in the room. And what's unfortunate is that I sat through rooms with men and women and see that those, it's going to be a long fight for all of us in the realm of dating and understanding each other because they don't want to listen. There's no respect and no one wants to listen.
Well, because we're not creating a safe enough space for everybody to be heard and actually heard, not just to have people who are participating in the conversation with the intention to respond, but actually listening to and absorbing. And I think a couple weeks back there was, I saw a bunch of women that I follow on social media posting about the fact that a woman had invited Russell Simmons to the app, to Clubhouse, to have a conversation. And
Olivia was in that room.
And the narrative overall was that there are no safe spaces for Black women. Which I think is a painfully, devastatingly true statement. But also, there's no safe spaces for survivors of abuse and trauma all around. So it also applies to men who have survived really abusive situations, whether it be at the hands of women or men that have no safe space in which to speak on it. And then, they never actually get a chance to heal from it and cope with it. And then by the time they get to a platform like a Clubhouse, they just spew all their hurt and all of their unhealed trauma and toxicity on everybody else on that stage. And it's just whack. And I think it's sad, really, because now nobody's being listened to. Now everybody's being invited to speak, and no one's being invited to listen.
Just yelling at each other,
which defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. So I will not be joining. I will not be participating. That's a club y'all can leave me the fuck out of.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know what Clubhouse is, it's in its beta stage, but it is an app where it is pretty much voice notes. And there's a stage where people can speak. Mm-hmm. You can join in the rooms as a listener, but it is open conversations for the people who are.
And on the stage, right, there's moderators that create the chat rooms that have there's better topic specific, and then they can, if you are in the room listening, isn't there like a gesture you can make to if you want to speak?
If you want to speak, you can raise your hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting. I am looking into just how else that app can be utilized, specifically for content creators. I do like that that's what it is. Like, there's nothing but right now celebrities and influencers and content creators on that platform, amongst as well like investors and people in this space. And I think it's great, but Atlanta done took hold of it. And
the Atlanta rooms are the popular ones because those are the producers that have the artists that represent these artists. So they're in the power to add these artists on. So everybody's like, yes, 21 Savage, Meek Mill. But there are rooms in Clubhouse that, a lot of people are into Bitcoin. I've joined the Bitcoin rooms. I've joined the stock trading rooms, options trading rooms. Yes. There are rooms that are great, and informative, like moderator, panelist. It's giving you that informative webinar, seminar vibe of elite and very well-knowledged insiders in the industry. So,
well, hopefully by the time this app graduates to the general public, those types of rooms will be at the forefront of what's pushed, because I think
absolutely
at the moment it looks like a shit show. It sounds like a shit show, and people, too many people that I've seen, even if it is informative and lucrative talks. It's like social media has allowed everybody to do a lot of talking and not a lot of doing. Yeah. And so, that part of quarantine has just gotten it's exhausting. It's like there's a lot of everybody's having conversations, everybody's having Zoom meetings. There's never.
But it's not. That's the thing. It's not conversations. There's a lot of people that aren't listening, but you also have a lot of hurt people that just don't. Yeah,
but that's my point. It's not. Yeah. It is conversational, but it's not useful conversation. Nobody's getting to a resolution. Everybody's just going back and forth, and it's word vomit. It's just streams of consciousness. There's never actually a resolve. There's never actually like a plan of execution. And I think that mentality, that quarantine shit that everybody has fallen victim to is now spilled over into like politics, where we're watching debates now and policies are not even being talked about on debates. At all. No one's answering the questions.
We spent the whole weekend talking about a $20,000 bag, y'all. As if half of the country, not half, but 8 million people are still collecting unemployment. There's people that lost their jobs. I mean, to me, I do look at New York even as a ghost town now. People are moving out because their money is not what it was because of this pandemic. And we over here really discussing and debating about a $20,000 bag.
Right.
Like, we really do have to get our priorities in order. I know y'all are going to say, because we've said it every week thus far, make sure y'all get out and vote.
Yes.
Early voting started in New York.
On Saturday.
And once I'm able to get out my house, I'll be definitely putting in my vote early. But yeah, I just definitely want the conversations to continue. But in order to have conversations and to grow from them, y'all got to listen. You got to listen. Yeah, but I do want to shout out to all of the men that even listen to us. Like, I know we may say a lot of things that you don't like, but I think that in order to have these conversations and for you to grow,
we appreciate
you got to
y'all.
listen. You got to let us talk. So we
all
appreciate
our male
y'all
listeners. We appreciate you guys.
But also,
sure.
We're always here for conversation. Like, we're always here for the conversation. I'm down to be, and I be in the comments. I'm in the comments. I read the comments every fucking week. Yeah, because niggas be shooting they shot.
We gonna be real.
Fellas be like, they be shooting they shot at live in the comments.
I told y'all, I commend everyone, specifically you, Olivia, who is currently in the dating field, because if I did not have a man,
she said she's not in the dating field.
I'm not trying.
It's a minefield that she said she's not stepping foot in.
I would be gobbling up some coochie.
All right.
The men had to say this weekend, okay? Because I am exhausted with a lot of what the men are saying around these streets. So
it's exhausting.
It is very much exhausting. It is. But yeah, man.
I know. Well, we miss you. I just had a visual in my head of Mandy in line to early vote with a Ghostbuster suit on and a beekeeper's hat.
I'm gonna wait till I'm done quarantining.
Yes,
y'all know I'm over here dealing with that, and I do. Before I let y'all rock out and be the best that y'all can be, I do want to go ahead outside of voting. Can I just tell y'all? Real life here to just get tested. Guys, I've been in the house, but I have had 0 symptoms.
Right.
Also, it's pretty scary that everyone just around me has tested negative.
Right.
And this has been scary for me, knowing how many people have died. But mind you guys, I actually went and got tested not only from just being around people in Mexico, but I was slated to go on set that required a negative test. And so I went and got tested in there like, hey, well, I'm good. Everyone around me is negative. You know, kind of how we do the STD testing. Like, oh, bitch, you good? That means I'm good. I ain't got to go get tested.
Right.
And literally the fact that everyone around me tested negative and I came back with a positive, it was kind of scary knowing that who knows who I could have been around without that test,
right, that
it could have affected in a fatality, essentially. And so this is to not only everyone in Atlanta, who may just not be coughing, but this
where
is
COVID does not appear to exist because everybody's in the clubs celebrating.
Everybody, but we're reaching a third spike here,
right.
And like I said, I haven't coughed, I haven't had a fever. I could have literally been. Listen, it's scary. It really is, and I'm appreciative to know that everyone that I was around, because again, I don't know where I was exposed. It could have been going to the supermarket. It could have been going to get my coffee. It could have been in Mexico. I don't know.
Girl, I was like, she went to put out her garbage and somebody had just left. I came up with my own theory.
Yeah,
the neighbor came before her and like it was in the air and she put out her garbage
and
afterwards.
The thing, you don't know, but also the fact that a lot of people are waiting until they feel sick to even get tested.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling y'all now, I'm good because I'm listening. Right. I could suck a hole. You know, I could be active right now if I needed to be.
She could suck a hole. Yeah.
A whole mean one.
All right.
But no, I say that to say, guys.
She said she wants to gobble. She said she wants to gobble coochie though.
You know, Thanksgiving's around the corner.
Oh shit!
It is, you know.
Gobble.
We have a
Maybe
lot of
wait until you test again and you get a negative test before you gobble anything. Maybe let's do that.
I do also want to tell you guys that this is something that I don't think a lot of people know, and it's something that I've been actually told recently. Mm-hmm. You are contagious anywhere from 8 to 20 days. 8 to 10 days if you are asymptomatic, up to 20 days if you are severe. And the thing about that is, as well as you can continue to test positive for up to 3 months. Even after your first initial test. My sister, shout out to everyone in the armed forces. The military is not even testing people out. They are just supposed to be quarantined for between 20 and 23 days. Again, guys, this is scary because you could be literally feeling okay. Also, can we not act like we're not adults? India Love, I know a lot of y'all love that little girl, but she out here as a grown-ass woman blaming her fucking zodiac sign as to why she don't want to wear a mask. Because she said, I'm an Aquarius. You know, I just don't like to live by rules.
That is an Aquarius thing to say.
So listen, India Love got a whole lot of followers. A lot of y'all want to gobble her coochie. And she's out here with a whole platform saying that as an Aquarius, she don't want to cover her nose and her mouth because she's sweating underneath that mask.
COVID likes this post.
COVID did like her post. I ain't gonna hold you.
She sounded like she ready to post up in the COVID Clubhouse and not listen to anything anybody's saying.
Gobble up.
Whew.
Listen, so I just want to tell y'all, go get tested. Don't wait to have symptoms.
Facts.
And again, shout out to our whole team who did take this serious. You know, I was ready to go up there with a goddamn hazmat suit, but you know, it is serious because people are dying. So just, you know, be wary of everyone that you're around and just get tested. If you go into the club, get tested. If you're being around your loved ones, get tested.
And I would double down on, especially if you're out this week to early vote. By the way, 150,000 people in New York City turned out over the weekend to early vote. That is incredible. Also, this is the first time New York has had early voting, where we've offered early voting ever. So that's kind of fire that we showing up in numbers like that, and we setting the tone for how this how we obviously really want the election to go. Mm-hmm. Granted, we live in a bubble. I'm not even going to play myself. New York City is a total bubble. Like most people here who are like, you know, you see one Trump supporter outside and it's like, boo!
Then they jump a Trump supporter in Times Square, something like that.
It's like, New Yorkers are so aggressive, and you know, it's unfortunate because I would definitely do that. If I saw 50 Cent in the street right now, I would boo his ass for his stupid ass interview on Fox News. Talking about vote for Trump because of making money. Dummy.
Listen, I think it's one of those where we got to just, again, everyone go out and vote.
Yes.
At this point, you know, we know who we would like y'all to vote because we know who we don't want in the office. I mean, it is, you know, kind of the better of two evils at this point.
It is.
But we definitely need to see change, and the fact that people are going early voting, I love it. I mean, this was my first time voting in the local primaries this July. So again, I think that's what we have to do. It's our God-given right, and we like to think we have a choice out here. So again, go out and vote. I'm gonna do it. So
yes, great. Well, just make sure you are in your Ghostbuster suit when you decide to vote, because it is important that you know, you have your that you make sure that you get, you know, everything that you need to be safe. Please.
I'm gonna be masked up, gassed up, all of that. So keep the 6 feet away. Keep doing everything y'all need to do to hopefully bring these numbers down. But also, we know it's getting back cold and it's flu season. So, you know, everyone just protect themselves out there for sure.
Oh, Mandy. Yeah. Mandy, we miss you so much.
We miss you.
Y'all too. I'm ready to get back into the studio and talk my shit. But thank y'all for making my voice be heard. And clearly a bitch is positive, so I'm definitely not gonna hold any of y'all.
No, you're not holding nothing at all, sis.
Standing here looking out my window.
Go ahead.
My nights are long and my days are cold, cause I don't have Mandy, babe. We miss you, boo.
Feel better, babe. And stay safe, man. Stay covered out here. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Y'all rock out and go ahead and let the people know what it really is.
Okay.
Because we know you're gonna give it to them.
Yes. You already know, babe.
Y'all.
Later.
Well, thank y'all, and I do want to thank as well everybody who listens to See the Thing Is and everything else. Thank y'all for all the well wishes.
Mandy don't want to go
doing
so
well,
bad.
Though. I'm doing well. I promise.
She want to hold on so bad. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm gonna hold the line.
This is like...
And shout out to this person because I'm running out of time and I just don't want to leave.
I'm missing you. Thought I saw you pass me, but you home.
So we gonna see you at Clubhouse. Damn, man. We do miss Mandy. So we can't wait till she gets better. But yes, please vote. Do not listen to 50 Cent's stupid ass telling y'all to no. His caption said that he didn't care that Trump didn't like black people. Then shut the fuck up. If you don't care and that doesn't bother you, then shut up. Because you sound like an asshole.
He's a whole ass. Well, we know it's 50 Cent is a whole asshole, but
Chelsea Handler offered to pay his taxes. Did you see that? Because the whole point of the post on Instagram for him was the fact that 62% of these, which by the way,
Biden is proposing 62% a tax. Pretty much taxes will have to be paid by the rich, 62%.
Which, by the way, New York City is a terrible example because we pay more taxes than almost any other
Everybody,
city.
yeah.
And so we pay metropolitan tax,
$200,000, but okay,
tax.
whatever.
It's a totally different thing. The federal tax situation is not the same thing. So it sucks. And on top of that, it only applies to people making $400,000 or more. Most of America right now is nowhere near $400,000 a year.
Right.
Nowhere near. So you're not looking at a tax increase at all. So don't listen to his stupid ass. He's just mad that he's going to get a tax increase when Donald Trump is voted out of office. And that's fine. You need a tax increase for going on your platform and telling black people that it doesn't matter that Donald Trump doesn't like y'all. Get the fuck out of here. He's an asshole. That pissed me off. I wish we had let me calm down. Let me relax.
No, but
that is an issue.
He's one of the few that's very, very vocal at this point in time because there's a lot of celebrities, a lot of people, CEOs, rich people that are on his side with that same sentiment.
And now we know who you are. So I'm actually happy. I'm happy that he's so vocal and so honest about the type of time that he's on because I would rather know that. I would rather know if you're on stupid ass time than, have you smile in my face and know deep down you don't really give a shit one way or the other if I or anybody that's related to me has health care for the rest of their lives. That's good to know. Yeah, they do.
I'll just come from the poets. Shout out to Flatbush.
Okay.
I gotta make it.
It came with a shoulder roll too, y'all. If you didn't watch the video, you can't see that Olivia just gave y'all a whole shoulder roll.
Fuck 50 Cent. We ain't voting for Trump. Shut up.
Yeah, life's full of twists and turns. We gonna park your ass right at that turn right there, Fifth. Because nobody want to take that stupid ass journey with you. Because I'm not making the billions. I don't have vitamin water money, Fifth. I don't.
Right.
I don't have, big rich town money. Fuck what you heard. Most of us don't. So no. Good night. You know who else don't? Fucking Quibi.
Ooh, child. The ghetto. Quibi's a mess. Quick Bite is right. Quibi is short for quick bite, and that literally what that network was. A quick bite of some programming y'all didn't fucking watch, and now they're in the hole over $2 billion.
That launch was so awful. That was such an awful, it was just a bunch of faces and figureheads and nobody knew what the fuck it was and nobody was explaining anything. It was like, oh, look, celebrity content. It's like, I'm not signing up for this shit without knowing, what are y'all talking about? It's hard now to get people's attention without, you know what I'm saying? Without
I'm
reason.
famous A-list celebrity, and you're watching Quibi.
Like, nah, bro.
That's literally what it was.
No, that's not enough. Like, there's got to be something substantial, right? Like, as much as I fucking hate it, and I said I wasn't going to mention them again, I have to because it relates to this. Clubhouse has been doing it right because there are conversations that are going on with high-profile people that, even if the conversations are completely hollow and not substantial at all, it's still bringing attention to the fact that there's some shit going on the app. Quibi was like, oh my God, Quibi. And then we're all looking around like, do we know anybody that likes it? And it's like, oh, we have this actor and we have this show and we have this advertisement. And it's like, why do I care about this again? And nobody really, no, I'm serious. Like there was no, like I look at, you know, the streaming platforms that we all subscribe to, right? And I looked at like Prime Video, for example, right? Prime Video has a shitload of original shows and original content. But if I'm being honest, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I wouldn't give a fuck about Prime Video if I was not subscribed to Amazon Prime. I trust Amazon. True. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna trust Amazon Prime, and I'm gonna get that little discount at Whole Foods when I go to Whole Foods for their expensive ass organic shit.
Oh shit!
So I'm here for that. I'm signing up for that. So I go to Prime Video, and I'm like, you know what?
This is some fly shit. Okay.
I see Janelle Monáe on here. I see Julia Roberts.
Little different worlds. All right, I see y'all. I can't watch that with nowhere else. I could watch Amazon Prime.
Okay, this is some original shit on Prime
Comedy
Video.
Jam is on Amazon Prime, y'all, all seasons.
Mo Better Blues is too. We watched that the other day. You know what I'm saying? Spike Lee, Brooklyn's finest. So I just feel like Quibi, y'all didn't sell me on anything. Y'all couldn't close me on anything. And I was upset too because I knew some people that were a part of the initial launch and everybody was congratulating them, and then it was like, okay, but now what? You know what I'm saying? You're congratulating a bunch of people that, number one, don't want to be famous. They don't want to be famous. Like, they're cool just being rich and in the cut. Like, they're not really interested in being at the forefront, so we didn't have any just cause to, like, sign up. So, I mean, it sucks. I feel bad for anybody that invested heavy and is losing funding and losing money, lost their bread because they jumped the gun.
That's a lot of fucking money.
$2 million is a lot of money.
Like, let me borrow $1. But
also, I feel like there's so many opportunities for people to do like market research, like on what people are attracted to and what people are tuning into. Like, you can't just throw a bunch of A-listers on it and be like, ta-da!
I think what their thing was, they were like, okay, this is perfect timing. Mm-hmm. It is April. Mm-hmm. We are on lockdown. That was lockdown time. Not even just pandemic. We're on lockdown. People are going to buy into this. They have nothing else to do. They're in their houses. They're going to buy into this. I mean, everybody signed up for the free trial. Yeah. And then after that, it was ghost town.
I mean, it just didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense.
But also, we didn't see it advertised anywhere else. Like, I never saw,
other than the celebrities saying it on their social media pages.
Yeah, which even then, it's like you're not selling this to me as like a cool indie film or like a cool show. Like, this is just looks like you're doing this because you got paid to do it. Like, there was no synergy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a movie called Free Ray Sean with Lawrence Fishburne that looked like it actually might have been a quality film. I didn't watch it because, number one, I don't have Quibi. But there was nothing else to me that made me want to sign up for it to be like, all right, cool, this is great. There was no buzz around it. There was no pushing. There was no marketing of it. There was no advertising of it. The reason I actually even knew about it was because I got something from the African American Films Critics Association. They sent me an email about it because it was Lawrence Fishburne. Oh, that's the only reason I even knew about the film. And I'm like, yo, this is stupid.
Because I've never heard of that.
How come no one else has seen this? Like,
never heard of it.
That just didn't make any sense. It was just,
It's very reminiscent for me of what the music industry, a lot of the record companies do now, where they rely on the artists and their following and their numbers that they do on social media to... All right, well, we don't need A&R.
Right.
You got 100,000, 300,000, 500,000, 1 million followers. You make it do what it do. It was very reminiscent of that, where they're relying on these artists to, like a 24K, what's his name, Golden, that has the mood song that's doing number one on the Billboard 200. But that's because he has his following and he has TikTok and the numbers that he did on TikTok to put that song to number one. It's Quibi's very reminiscent of that. They relied on these people with millions of followers and social media to get them where they need to go, and that's not enough.
No, there needed to be something else substantial in order for us to buy it, which sucks because I think we do live in an age where a lot of us are stupid. A lot of us will take something that's new and shiny and be like, oh, look, glitter, and just fucking go with it. But for whatever reason, we didn't do that with Quibi, so sucks to be young.
I honestly feel like, and we kind of had this conversation earlier, and it was like, nah, I don't know about that, Olivia. I think it's the whole phone thing too.
Really?
When I'm on my phone, okay, especially during quarantine, when I was on my phone, yes, there were moments where I was watching a video, but I'm not going to watch a full-blown movie. I'm not trying to watch a show on my phone because I'm going to use my phone to go simultaneously. I'm multitasking. I want to go on Instagram same time or want to tweet about what the hell is going on in the show. So for Quibi to be solely mobile-based, I feel like was a big no-no on their part because people multitask on their phones.
I mean, people have tablets and stuff though too. I feel like you could do it on the iPad and it wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be that bad. I don't know if I agree with that one because I think you'd be surprised watching, like I've been on flights between New York and LA where people are literally sitting there with their sitting there,
the germs,
with the headphones on. Just like this, or have the
ass
chair.
would have been like, and fell asleep 5 minutes after with the phone in my hand.
I also can't watch it I'm like a baby in a car seat on a plane. I'm out. Like we didn't even leave the tarmac, and you know what I'm saying? I'm comatose. But a lot of people do be on their phones, like just watching the shit and just trying to, get into it. I don't know if I agree with that. I just think it was poor. The stuff wasn't promoted well enough. There wasn't something wasn't something for everybody even, right? Like there wasn't even like a kids program where people could be like, oh shit, the kids love this now. The only reason I knew anything about TikTok is because I have nieces. You know what I'm saying? I got little kids in my family that are like, oh my God, we know all we know the Meg Thee Stallion Savage dance. I'm like, y'all are 8. What the fuck is going on here?
I get TikToks all the time from my daughter, and I feel this is our love language.
Yeah.
That's our way of bonding and communicating. I'm like, oh my gosh, she wants to bond with me.
I know. It's because
she sent me a TikTok.
And she's 12. So if she wants to bond with you at 12, you're winning.
I'm winning right now.
You're winning. Because I was a demon at 12. You understand me? I hated everything.
I was not sending my mom
12.
shit.
No. I didn't want to talk to her. I did not want to talk to my mother at 12. I was awful at 12.
She sends me TikToks. I'm like, I'm the cool mom, I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
The fact that you're the cool mom that does this is crazy.
Look at me on wine. Cool mom.
I think we need to get Cool Mom more wine because this man's got to go. This is giving me Halloween and we're a little early for that right now. Are you doing anything for Halloween?
Oh gosh, I wish you know what? I don't think I am. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I don't think I am because I haven't heard about any small soirees because I'm not doing anything big. Do not ask me to DJ anything outside. I'm not going to do it. Like that's just where I stand at this point in time.
Unless it's a virtual Monster Mash, in which case, if the price is right.
If the price is right at this point.
I feel like your entry music, anywhere we go now, has to be the Price is Right theme music. It has to be. Because now that's your coin thing, is that the price got to be right for Liv. Like, the price got to be right. It's $200K or nothing, okay?
Right, exactly. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
But for Halloween, we're not doing anything. I'm personally not doing anything. Okay. My daughter, she went and got her costume. It's an anime character. Oh. She's pretty much a schoolgirl uniform. Okay. Because anime characters, they all go to school. All of them
have swords.
And have swords.
Most anime characters do have swords. They're all bad. They're pretty scary.
But other than that, I'm not doing anything. Last year I did Left Eye. I was Left Eye for Halloween. Digging on You.
Ooh.
With the whole silver jammy joint. Yeah. Damn, I like dressing up as celebrities. It's my bag.
Did I ever do no. I feel like there's only ever 2 options for Halloween, right? It's either you're, really like committed to do it. You're either like a witch or a slut. Like those are the options. It's like you can be, it's like you're Maleficent or you're the sexy nurse with no panties. Like
sexy dog.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, or you're a
sexy
scary
cat.
You're a demon nun, a dead bride. Like you're all these, it's scary shit, or it's like you're just a hoe. Like now you're
sexy Shrek.
Yeah, your tits are out. You're like, all right. Like we know for a fact nobody dressed like this. Like this was never a thing. Like you give it, you know what I'm saying? It's just some of the costumes just be giving role play. I love doing like
because I was gonna ask, like, what is your Halloween?
I like heroes and villains. So like my favorite was like Poison Ivy. I did Poison Ivy a few years ago.
I did Poison Ivy too,
which was
years ago.
Which was a vibe. I did like 3 tights. I felt like Beyonce. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I had like the shimmery size with the long wig. It was a long red. It was like
give me some.
It was giving a long like Ariel from Little Mermaid type of wig, and it was you know what I'm saying? It was cute. I had the little metallic green onesie on. I went to Michael's and got jazzy with all the leaves and vines.
Come on, sis.
And all this shit all over me. It was amazing.
I like commitment.
I fully committed.
I love, when it comes to Halloween, I love a good commitment. Don't just, throw on a t-shirt and a hat and tell me you Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, give me commitment.
Yeah, you need cross colors. You need the
Give
overalls.
me the cross colors. Give me the striped shirt.
Yes.
Give me if you want to add a little boom box or something, give me that.
Little Gordon Control vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how I feel about the I like that. I was a ninja a couple years ago. I had like the actual nunchucks. Like I committed to that, which was I didn't get in the club with that, unfortunately.
Sidebar, I used to sew. So I used to make other people's Halloween costumes on request. So I've made a Gordon Gartrell shirt.
You did?
You know how hard it is to intentionally make a bad shirt?
Where all the stitching is crazy and the color blocks are not actually symmetrical? Right. Yeah.
Like, size the person, but still make a terrible shirt. You know how hard that is? It's terrible.
I can only imagine.
Shout out to Eric. I made that for my homegirl's boyfriend.
That's
a Gordon Gartrell shirt.
I would love a Gordon Gartrell shirt. I feel like I would wear that now. This would go with my sweat. Like a Gordon Gartrell would go with my sweatpants.
It really would.
Damn, that would be fire. Yeah, I don't know. Halloween's tricky. I don't like to be scared. I was scared a lot as a kid. Like I was bullied. Like my cousins were older than me, so everybody was like, we would do Halloween, and I would be scared. I would be freaked out. You know what I'm saying? The knives on the hands for Freddy Krueger tapping on the door, and the Mike Myers mask, and I just
oh no, I loved Halloween as a kid. Like give me all this game.
I don't like being
play
scared.
Thriller all day.
Oh,
I was that
Thriller,
kid.
Yeah, but Thriller's different. Thriller was like fun, scary. Like I didn't.
The video, no. The ending part, I never
never watched it as a kid.
The zombie, he turns around like
no.
And
I got thrown out of Fright Fest a couple years back because I punched a zombie in the face.
They can't touch you. You gotta know that.
Here's the thing. They want to jump out and scare you. And mission fucking accomplished. Sis came out the bushes and she caught the 2-piece and a biscuit. And it wasn't, I didn't mean to really, but it just was a knee-jerk reaction. She was too close to me. I was already on edge a little bit. And yeah, she got hurt. She got her feelings in her face hurt. And I felt bad because I didn't mean to, but when you're Bridget, scared, I know. I'm sorry. I don't even. I think her name was Debbie too. My bad, Debbie.
Shout out to Debbie. Yeah. I hope you're well.
I hope you're not a zombie anymore, sis, because that's still
I don't know if she still works
there
because Fright Fest is still popping right now.
It is, but during COVID, I feel like y'all need to be easy with that shit. Like if y'all, yeah, I don't know. I'd be triggered. Like I watch movies like World War Z and Contagion and shit like that. The Walking Dead. Like it's a little too like close to what reality could be if we don't get this shit under control. So I don't know if I'm gonna be cool with that shit. I don't know. I would be feeling a way that would make me uncomfortable. But
random. Have you ever had like, I don't know, because I was in my my mental just reflecting this past weekend, and I was just like, yo. When you think about like the embarrassing moments that you have as a kid, you can laugh at them, but they were so wretchedly embarrassing as kids. Do you have a moment like that?
I don't have a moment. I have like a series of life.
Really?
As a kid, yeah. So oh, it's the wine. Here we are. We're gonna share some deep, intimate, personal shit since we're here.
No, it's because it's different because when you're a kid, it's different. Yeah. You can sit back and laugh at it now, but because it's kid stuff. I can sit back
and laugh now, but back then it wasn't funny. So when I was a kid, I was diagnosed with giggle incontinence.
What is that?
Everybody in here is laughing because they either know what it is or it sounds fucking crazy and really shitty. So it is. It's actually really fucked up. So when I was a kid, I didn't have good bladder control. So if I laughed too hard, I would pee. And so I would pee on myself if I laughed too hard when I was a kid.
Oh my God.
And it would be fucked up because if I would go somewhere, and I was, life of the party, even as a kid.
Yeah.
So I would go somewhere and my mother would have to pack like extra underwear and extra bottoms just in case if I laughed too hard, whatever, might soil the couch, might fuck around and fuck up somebody's furniture.
Shit.
So yeah, as a kid, there were a lot of those moments where it was like, don't make Bridget laugh, she's gonna pee herself. And it was like, this is fucked up.
Dang. I laugh at everything. I mean, I did that as a kid too, so
it stopped once I got older, but there were still episodes. I still had like 1 or 2 episodes. I think the last time it happened to me, I was like 21, where I laughed so hard that I peed my pants. I just was crying laughing. It was literally crying. Like I had no control over any of the fluid trying to leave my body. It was just like tears, laughing, crying, couldn't breathe. I was laughing and then I peed. Just a problem.
Giggle leak.
I feel like giggle leak.
Bridget.
Yo, that was
Tisha.
Yeah.
Laquana. Giggle leak.
That was definitely me.
I'm dead. No, but I feel like my most embarrassing moment as a kid had to be like 4th grade. We had like one of the statewide exams or some shit. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was going to be silent but deadly. I thought it was going to be silent.
And you let it rip.
And I let it rip.
Oh my God.
And you know what I did?
What did you do? Don't tell me you started singing. If you started singing...
I did!
In the key of your fart? Good night.
No, as I farted, I was like, sing up! Because I was into Sega. I was a big gamer back then, So I yelled Sega to like turn it into a joke to kind of mask the fact that I was farting so loud. I was a weird kid.
Yo. Just promise me that if we ever go on a road trip or we're ever on an airplane,
I'm gonna let y'all know
that you say Sega before you let it go, so that I know what the fuck is. And I'll be like, "Ooh, okay, it's video game time.
I'll let y'all know.
Gamer time. It's time to get the fuck out of here."
Up, down, left, right, select, start. I'm sorry, BA select start.
BA select start, which is basically, all the motions that your body does when you try to make it quiet anyway. Exactly. It's like up, down, left, right.
up, down, left, right.
So don't let your body be hot and sweaty. That joint, that moisture is going to reverberate. I already know. I understand. I've had to do that many a time. It's fucked up.
I'm going to just say that.
That's funny though.
Yeah. I'm going to just say Sega before I fart.
Damn. I don't think I had any other really funny stories as a kid. I was just laughing because earlier we were talking about your daughter being 12 and like being at that age where it's like we hated our parents. And I was like, man, I remember being in that space and just wanting nothing to do with my mom at like 12 or 13.
I wanted to be adopted around. I was like, my parents are just so straight laced and just. They do everything. They don't drink. They don't smoke. Like, they're just, like, upstanding citizens. And I'm just like, God, I want to do everything. I want to do all the drugs and everything. And I want to bungee jump. Like, I was like, nah, I got to be adopted.
And here we are, not upstanding. Here we are,
somebody
left, right.
tell me I'm adopted.
Here we are, up, down, left, right, select.
Meanwhile, I look exactly like my mother. But I was like, nah, I got to be adopted.
You do?
Yeah.
I look like my dad. See, I was confused as a kid because I didn't grow up. I'm mixed, so my mother's white and my dad is black. So but I grew up with like Hispanic families. Like all the girls that I grew up with, all my friends are all Latina. So I never really had like everyone that I was around looked like me, but it wasn't like wasn't a really
just like, calm. You one of us.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, you look like us. We the same. And it was like, in fact, I don't. Because your grandma speaks Spanish and not English. And I don't know what she's saying to me. But it doesn't matter. She loves me anyway. And it was great. You know what I mean? But I always had weird... Because I look like my dad. But my dad obviously was darker than me. So it was always like an awkward thing. I didn't really have any like real clue about identity and relating to any sort of semblance of who I was until I got to be like 12. Oh, and then it was like, oh, okay. Because then when I was 12, I went to a really special private school for junior high. And so, but it was all minority students. Like you had to take multiple exams. You had to be you had to be exceptional academically in order to even get into this school. So I got in and it was like there was literally one white person in the whole school.
Wow.
And everybody else was Puerto Rican, Dominican, Nigerian, Ghanaian, West Indian. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else was...
You was in a whole melting pot.
I was in
very
a
New
whole
York
melting pot, which is, I mean, quintessential.
Super New York.
Quintessential. Shout out to De La Salle Academy. They definitely held it down. But I remember like going to class and everyone being like, so you're not Puerto Rican? Because you look Puerto Rican. You got baby hair. What's up? What's going on here? And your voice is kind of deep, but you don't, and you got curves. I was so uncomfortable and awkward. Like I dressed like this. Like I covered my curves probably until I was a junior in high school. Like I was so uncomfortable wearing tight shit and I just did not want any extra attention for my body. I was loud though, so I got attention anyway. Like still have no inside voice. My voice was always this deep, so always was that. But I never wanted attention, and so it didn't occur to me what it meant to be like, oh, until it was like a group of black girls that were like, oh, your dad's black, you're black. Oh well, and I was like, oh okay, well I guess. And then I went back to all my Hispanic girlfriends and was like, so
I'm black.
By the way, I'm black. They were like, that's cool, whatever. I still look like us. It doesn't matter. We all the same, honestly, like at this point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is how a lot of Hispanic people feel anyways. Like we all the same. We minority, we black. Everybody black. Everyone's roots and source and origin is from Africa, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I went to middle school in Bushwick. So shout out to Philippa Schuyler, IS 383. A lot of us, Brooklyn knows. There was a lot of black and Latino. Yeah. So we all kind of just melted together. Everybody was one and the same. Mm-hmm. But around that time, I was tired of being West Indian.
You grew up in Flatbush, went to school in Bushwick. At that point, it's like, girl.
I was like, because I guess in junior high, I was seeing a lot of African American people. I mean, yes, there was still West Indian first generation students and stuff like that. But I guess in that school, there was a lot of black Americans, and I wanted to relate to them, so I'll never forget.
Which is so different, by the way. If you're not West Indian, my dad was from the Bahamas. Shout out to the Bahamas. My dad was from the Bahamas. He always made it very distinct. We are not American. We have our own country.
African American.
We are not We are different than them. Yeah. And it's like, sir, all right, Dad. Whatever.
So I'm listening to hip hop. Yeah. Like I'm tired of listening to calypso and reggae. tired of church. So I really wanted to like connect because I'm like, I like Biggie and I like Lil Kim and I like Junior Mafia and all this stuff, whatever. I really wanted to be Black American. So here's my other.
Meanwhile, Biggie, although Biggie was born in Brooklyn,
Jamaican.
Biggie was Jamaican.
Jamaican.
For the record, Christopher Wallace was a whole Jamaican.
Whole Jamaican man. So I wanted to be Black American, because even with Biggie, like if you think about it, like he put a little twang here and there, but like he was
nobody really knew until his mother would do an interview. We'd be like, oh, that's right, you're a yardie, got it.
Christopher Wallace was a good boy. Like that's when you know.
Yes.
Yeah, Biggie is definitely Jamaican. But so I wanted to be like a Black American. So here's my other embarrassing moment where I'm sitting next to my other Guyanese American friend. She's known me since like elementary school. So we get to junior high and I'm trying to like fit in with the other Black American kids. I'm like, I live in the project. She looked at me like, what, bitch? First of all, two-parent household, middle class. Like, damn, like, I know where you live. Your house is a whole condominium. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm going to give you the side eye. I'm going to not blow you up, but bitch, you wilding right now. Damn. So, it was, I had a whole era of just trying to be Black American and not really saying I'm Guyanese or Western Caribbean, however you want to say it.
Because after a while, like the only time it was popular, unless you were only ever around West Indians, was on Labor Day and was Juve and Labor Day. So that was kind of like in those moments you were like, okay, Flag Pride, but before that,
that's the only time where it's like, okay, super duper, we're cool, we're popping, yeah. I mean, other than that, it's like somebody hears your accent a little bit, they're like,
right.
You have an accent. You coconut.
I know. And my dad was in the States for a long time, so he concealed his accent. Like he tried to hide it, and so
they all have the work voice.
Yo, Can we just discuss the duality? We have to discuss the duality, right? Because my dad would be on the phone with my grandmother. Rest in peace, grandma. Would be on the phone with my grandmother who lived in Florida at the time, lived in Miami, and he'd be on the phone with her, and he'd say, "Oh yeah, you got to watch the hurricane," and be like, "I'm sorry, the what?" I'd be sitting there like, "The what?" He'd be like, "The hurricane."
Girl, I'm saying what right now?
The hurricane.
Hurricane.
Yeah, hurricane. You gotta watch the hurricane.
Shit.
And I'd be like, the what? The hurricane. Certain words would come out and you'd be like, nah, bro, that's not.
Bahamian accent, because a lot of people don't understand.
Bahamians say boy after everything too. They call everybody boy. Yeah, that.
Yeah. But everybody in the Caribbean, we're all West Indian, but everybody has their own dialect and their own specific accent. Unless you're West Indian yourself, like you can tell the difference between everyone. But yeah, because I heard that word and I was like, what?
It was a what? I said, you gotta watch out for the hurricane.
A hark? Is that a bird?
The hurricane. The hurricane. Not the hurricane, but the hurricane.
Hurricane.
And I remember being like, yo, I don't know where he's from. This ain't real life. But, you know, it is what it is. Rest in peace, Dad. We miss you. We love you. And I'm ready to go back to the Bahamas because I don't like this winter shit. I'm ready for a beach.
Girl, go back to your roots and live your life. No, but don't leave us. No,
I'm not. I can't do that. I was like, if I do that, it's going to be, see, the thing is, party of one. It's like dropping like flies. Can't do that. I'm not going to do that to you. Now, we going to go. We all going to go at some point.
Can we, please?
We all going to go at some point.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. While we're talking about African Americans, one in particular came to mind, Kenneth West, as Borat calls him. By the way, if y'all have not watched Borat on Prime Video,
I watched it
Prime Video.
Yes, Prime
Video got
the shit. Get you some Prime Video, like for real, y'all.
Borat.
Everybody gets hype about Netflix having one-on-one and all these black shows. Prime Video had a lot of these shows way before that.
Yes.
So yeah,
this new Borat video is very nice. That's my Borat impression. A high five. Yakshimesh. You know what I'm saying? It's great. It's great. The new Borat film is actually really great, and I know it's ridiculous. I need to do a cartoon. I need a voiceover agent. Somebody needs to call me.
Get this money.
It was great because it really, first of all, it reminded me how important sketch comedy is.
Yeah.
And how urgent it is, especially, you know what I'm saying? And in American culture in particular, like sketch comedy is just so crucial to, you know, being able to pinpoint the signs of the times. You know what I'm saying? And I think Borat is so perfect and hits it on the head, and I think it's great. He calls Kanye West Kenneth West in the show, right?
Kenneth.
Because he's sent on a mission.
Dad's name. Kenneth.
That's very Guyanese, very West Indian of you, Kenneth. So he's on a mission to gift Mike Pence or Donald Trump. He's on a mission to gift McDonald Trump, as he calls him. So on a mission to gift McDonald Trump this monkey, right?
It's very American.
It's very American. And then he ends up deciding that he's going to gift his daughter to Mike Pence instead, because apparently Mike Pence can't be in a room with women by himself, so he wants to gift him his daughter to try to, like, you know, throw him off of his game.
We're touching on human trafficking.
Right.
We're touching on pedophilia.
So we're
touching on politics. We're touching on everything with this new Borat.
And he makes and he actually does a really great skit at the end with Rudy Giuliani, which I'm gonna get to in a second.
Yes. Oh,
but
Lord.
He mentions Kanye and calls him Kenneth West, right? Obviously because Kanye has come out and been a very avid Trump supporter. And so recently, I guess he went on Joe Rogan and talked about when he initially went back to comment on his original comments about slavery being a choice, and decided to say that it was contractual slavery. Contractual slavery. Which we didn't.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I know.
He tried to like renege on some of the shit that he said, obviously. And I fuck with Van Lathan, and shout out to Van, because Van definitely called him out on his shit on Twitter and was like, yeah, this is cool and all, but I was there and this ain't how it went. Which I love, because we gotta keep calling people out on their bullshit. Yeah. And, you know, regardless of, you know, whatever rants happen as a result of a bipolar manic episode, I still think we have to hold people responsible for the shit that comes out of their mouths on their platforms when they have the level of influence that someone like a Kanye West has. You know what I'm saying? Because he is someone that is renowned and celebrated in the culture. It's important that we still look at him like, bro, you gotta. A lot of kids are listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I was shocked 2 years ago.
We're the publicists.
2 years ago.
Where's the A&R?
2 years ago, I went to Wyoming for his album listening. And
Subtle Flex, brought to you by See the Thing Is podcast.
Subtle Flex.
Sip on that.
I felt like I needed the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme music for that moment. Shout out to Larry. We're doing all Larry David today. But because I literally wanted to look into the camera and give like a womp 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 face because that's really how I felt.
Yeah,
that's really how I felt when I was in Wyoming, because this man took us 2 hours outside of civilization and life and human life to take us to a ranch to play his projects. And I looked around, and the majority of people were, I mean, not children, but like early 20s, adolescent teens that were just so backstroking in the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? And not even really paying attention to, you know, or even privy to, I wouldn't say paying attention to, but privy to who Kanye was to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very early on. They know
verified
him.
Hip-hop rapper.
It's like Yeezus. It's like Yeezus. It's Yeezus.
Yeah.
It's like Yeezus, St. Pablo on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that became apparent to me that the Kanye that we all know and love is so far removed from anything that he's creating, pushing, selling, and currently a part of, right? And so, you know, we played his record last week, and I love the new record. I love the record that we played last week. I actually really did love the Sunday Service album. I'm not gonna hold you. I was cool with that being, I'm not gonna hold you, Mandy, I miss you. You better come home. You my boy, Blue.
You my boy.
I really did love Sunday Service. And so I listening to him talk on this podcast with Joe Rogan really made me just roll my eyes and cringe again, because the messaging has been so clear from him up until this point. And now for him to like turn around and be like, no, this isn't, what I meant was, this was contractual. So, you know, we all kind of agreed that we would play by the rules for a certain, you know, and this is, bro, just, you already committed to and doubled down on this idea that we should be open to these conversations, which is very Christian. I'll go ahead and commend you for being Christian in that way. But I think we've all grown well beyond the turn the other cheek method in this conversation.
Right, and then for him to talk about slavery and then bring the slavery conversation into the record deals and the signing of the don't.
Which I mean, listen, I applaud his shedding light on the fact that a lot of these record contracts are bogus as fuck. Yeah, I respect that because they are.
Industry rule number 4080.
And to be honest, everyone is guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? Including Kanye, I'm sure. Because we saw every single contract brought to light except for the good music contract. So if we're really going to discuss what you know what I'm saying, what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong, we got to talk about all of it. We have to be able to talk about all of it. So, you know, I think he probably should have just left this one alone, because at this point I just want Kanye to stop picking the scab, because the wound is not healing. It's not healing well at all, you know. I think
scab dirty.
And the new song, and the new song indicated to me he's in a good creative space. So keep creating, sir. I want to hear more good music from Kanye, because he is someone that has really paved the way for a lot of young producers like the Hit Boys. You know what I'm saying? Who are really and the Metro Boomins, who have really worked hard at coming up with signature sounds and working really hard at producing records, not just beat making. For those of y'all who don't know the difference. A lot of the younger generation doesn't know the difference, but it's cool. That's a conversation for another day and another glass of wine.
Another day.
But yeah, I think Kanye
we could
just
do
needs
Pinot
to be
that day.
We should do Pinot. It's a lighter body.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lighter body.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes. I think we should get into our Freshly Squeezed, because we have not.
We should.
Since we're on our music kick.
Yeah.
We need to get into our Freshly Squeezed for the week, because there was some good music put out last week and some disappointments as well. Some things that have fallen short. And not falling short like, hype short, but short like standard subpar short.
So we got Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
Came up with this album it's called Featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
Which I think is fire.
I like to play on, okay, we all know the features that Ty Dolla $ign have are usually fire. Mm-hmm. So I like to play on words.
Yes.
For this album.
Yes. Subtle flex.
What was your favorite track?
It was a mix because I love Nothing Like Your Exes. I love that. Because I'm dating somebody who's nothing like my exes and he's everything. But anyway, neither here nor there.
Shout out to him. That's the homie.
Yeah,
that's the homie. Shout out to him.
Great.
Real nigga.
Nothing like my exes. Not corny or a square. We're gonna just make that clear. We just have to put that out there because everybody hit me up like, "Damn, so you only dating corny niggas?" And I was like, "No.
Nah, my nigga not corny. That's the homie. He ain't corny at all.
Listen,
don't even try.
We decided to break the mold from our usual
Gotta
type.
defend my friend.
Yeah, God knew what he was doing when he made this one. So, Nothing Like Your Exes is a great one. Temptation is also fire. Mm-hmm. Love Temptation and Status. I really like Status as well.
Status. Shout out to D-Mile.
I love D-Mile. D-Mile could do no wrong in my book.
D-Mile did his thing on this album too. Mm-hmm. That's the homie. Yes. Shout out to D-Mile. I would have to say my favorite track so far because I'm still going through it because he gave an album on this.
He gave us an album.
Tyrone 2021. I like that.
Not surprised.
I like I like the flip.
Can we play that? Can we play Tyrone 2021?
I'm gonna play
Let's
Tyrone 2021.
Because that's a moment. That is a moment. We gotta give Ty that moment. We do.
And the sample, we out here.
Yeah.
Hey. She didn't even have a whip.
Yeah. She won a whole lot, but she a broke hoe. God damn it, Ty. Yeah,
I do. I
like the truth telling. I like the truth telling. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Tyrone 2021. I'm not mad.
Hey.
You know what I will say about Ty Dolla $ign too? He will always give you a really sexy melody.
Yeah,
over what feels like it could be a baseline heavy trap track. And I will tell you, I fell in love with his music when I saw him live at Irving Plaza. Maybe
and Irving Plaza will always do it for you.
Irving Plaza will get the people going. I miss Irving Plaza. I miss live performances. Yeah, I miss concerts. Irving Plaza made me love A$AP Ferg. Irving Plaza made me love
Grits and Biscuits at Irving Plaza.
Grits and Biscuits.
The night when Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Solange showed up.
Yeah, Grits and Biscuits.
Sweating bullets. Left that party. Don't go to that party.
Irving Plaza
with
and
your
Webster.
Nice clothes.
Irving, if she doesn't know about Irving Plaza and Webster Hall, she's too young for you, bro.
She's too young for you, bro.
Because those were some of the best times, man. Some of the best concerts. But yeah, Ty Dolla $ign for sure. He was up there playing the guitar. He brought a guitar out, bro.
On some Teddy Riley shit.
With the
like
vocoder
Teddy.
and all that. Came out with the guitar.
On, man.
Came out with the electric bass. With the locks just... you know what I'm saying? He was giving me all the Hendrix, all the Purple Haze Hendrix vibes I could have gotten. And he was playing electric bass, which is a sexy instrument. So, shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. This album is great to me. I thought it's a solid listen. And, he always, one thing Ty Dolla $ign is going to give you is stacked vocals. And how we feel about a stacked vocal.
We talk about this regularly. In private, on the show, we talk about, you need a stack. Understand artists, R&B artists that are listening.
Yeah.
We love a stacked vocal. We love you getting in that studio and really taking your time with tracks.
Yes.
We love harmonies. Mm-hmm. Understand.
Thank you for Dissidence. We love Dissidence. Really appreciate Dissidence all the way through and through. Give me a solid 7. If you give me a solid 7 on a vocal,
Come
on a vocal
on,
stack.
Bridget.
Woo! I'm here for it. All my musicians know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's okay. You could Google. That's what Google's for. Google is your friend.
Learn your shit.
Yeah, Ty Dolla $ign came through heavy with this solid track. He really did.
You know what? And the crazy thing is, I'm listening to this album, and I got to the track after Tyrone 2021. I got to It's Still Free TC, and I went back after that and went back to Free TC, because that album right there, I mean, yes, Ty gives great features. Ty gives you the bops. Like, shout out to LA, like that West Coast vibe. He gives you bops when it comes to his features, and he gives good bops on this album. But I had to go back to Free TC. Yeah. That was my shit. Straight up featuring Jagged Edge.
I'm a New York bitch, but I gotta say,
woo!
Cali artists right now are bodying. Cali artists are bodying. Whether not even just R&B, hip hop too. We gotta be honest. Because Ty Dolla $ign to me is hip hop and R&B.
Yeah,
he's both. He's giving us both. He's singing, but he rapping. He talking his shit. You know,
I was going to say best of both worlds, but then it reminded me of somebody else, and I don't want to go there. But yes,
not gonna go there. But Hit Boy. We love Hit Boy, man. He's another one. I'm happy to see him getting his goddamn flowers, because he's incredible. And he's been incredible. He's paid his dues. He's done so much in the last like more than 10 years. But in the last 10 years is when we really see him continue to raise the bar and elevate. So shout out to Hit Boy. We're really, really excited to see that going on. You know who else dropped some new music? R&B, because we love R&B, is her.
I like when you sing, girl.
Oh, thanks. It's a good mic. I like this mic. I like this pop filter. My next performance, I'm gonna request this mic. Is this? Yeah, it's like a little condenser situation. Yeah, her put out some good a good joint. Damage has been on repeat for me. I think Damage, I love the writing on Damage. Damage is fire. It's a really great record.
It's a dope record. Shout out to Giddy. Shout out to Cardiac. I mean, Cardiac is a hit maker.
I mean, it's a guaranteed win.
Guaranteed hit with Cardiac.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
But Damage
is a vibe.
Damage is a vibe.
Damage is a whole vibe, and I love the video with the band. Shout out to Zoe playing keys. Always a vibe.
I was here for this.
Yeah.
You know what it reminded me of? The trumpets on that sample reminded me of a Spike Lee late 80s School Days soundtrack. Remember that scene where Tisha Campbell... let me turn this down a little bit. Remember that scene when Tisha Campbell was with Giancarlo Esposito?
Yes.
Esposito, a brilliant actor, by the way.
We love Giancarlo
When
Esposito.
she licked his middle part of his S-curl, that was the vibe I got. So my mind goes there. But like those horns, like it was very late 80s R&B. And I was like, nah, who produced this? I saw Cardiac, I saw Giddy, but then I saw the composers. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was a part of this song.
I believe it. It's just well-written. It's a well-written joint. And her voice is butter.
Come on.
I like that she's showing her face more too.
Yes.
I like her visuals. She's a beautiful young woman. And I feel like we need to see more of her. She's great.
That trumpet.
You could do damage. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the vibe.
Good job.
Yeah.
She dropped another one, though, that I was not a fan of. And this is the hard thing.
Hold on. Yes. I was like,
this is the hard part.
Single.
This is the hard part about being an artist that's dropping singles, because you'll drop... She's pulling for straws, right? Like, she's trying to see what's going to stick.
Yeah, like, the whole team is literally trying.
Yeah, everybody's throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks right now. Yeah. And this record, to me, sounds like everything else she's ever done, which is not acceptable for me as a fan, because I know that the musicianship that she possesses is so far beyond everything. And I don't want to hear. It's different than like, and we talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago rather. We talked about LMA and LMA having a signature sound now, where it's like we could listen to a record and be like, yeah, that's a joint LMA could kill. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like for an artist like an LMA, staying in that lane is so pivotal because it means that she's carved out a space for just her, right? And I think with Gabby, with her, I think she's, because she plays guitar and piano, I don't know, I'm bored with the
we need a little more.
down.
We can do a little more.
I really would rather hear, you know.
I feel like if they're gonna experiment, let's go a little out the box.
Give me some funky shit, bro.
Let's
like
do
Bruno Mars. We don't ever see Bruno Mars pick up an instrument for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We see Bruno Mars doing all the choreography, but he's giving you funk and musicality out the ass. Why can't we get some
with K-Tronada?
Ooh.
And see what sticks.
Or listen, I would love to see a Mosquito. I'd love to see a little Mosquito record with the saxophone and her playing guitar. Give me some funky shit. Give me some sexy funky shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want some of that. I need some of that. I'm really.
Sex funk.
I don't want no more MTV. I don't want no sex funk.
Let's do sex.
That's a new genre. That's a new genre.
That's a new genre.
I don't want no more MTV Unplugged fucking stripped down shit from her. Because here's the thing: she does that shit in her sleep. You know what I mean?
She really do.
She does that shit in her sleep.
We had the first album and it was magnificent.
The EPs
start
too.
To finish.
You know what I'm saying? They were great. But I feel like, girl, you play two different instruments. You around D-Mile, you around Giddy, you around all these incredible
Cardiac,
talents.
yeah.
Like we just
they're seeing what works. They're in experiment mode right now.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Which I guess is okay, but you know.
Shout out to her having her first live performance on SNL. That was
incredible.
And
also
big moment.
And having her band members wear the NSARS hashtag t-shirts, I thought was phenomenal.
Yes.
And my girl Dimples is also responsible for a lot of that awareness spread. So shout out to my girl Dimples, who's Nigerian as well. She's an incredible instrumental piece in the music industry for us. And she's been she's an advocate for Black women, but she's also an advocate for the integrity of the music industry, which is rare. So shout out to Dimples.
Shout out to Worry. Well, we got to do the subtle flexes where we shout out our friends that's a part of all these projects. Shout out to Worry, styling her for SNL. It's amazing.
I'm happy to see her goddamn face.
Right.
She got a beautiful face. Goddamn.
Gorgeous face.
Like, girl,
gorgeous face.
Yes, ma'am. Keep
and
it
the look, it's simple but sexy. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We're here for it. We're absolutely here for it.
What else we got? We all about the ladies this week, except for Ty. Ty held it down for the fellas, but we got a lot with the ladies this week. Didn't Dej Loaf drop something? She
did. Yes, she did.
Were we a fan of it? I forgot what she sounded like. I forgot what she sounded like. I
said yeah.
You didn't love it.
No.
That's so fake. You know when it's fake. I'm gonna tell you why it's fake. Because when white girls want to be fake, their voices get higher. Yeah. Like I can't even do it.
Let's go to the mortician. Yeah.
The mortician. The mortician. We're dying.
I
now. Oh God. Nah, the high pitch is always fake. Whenever somebody goes, yeah, sure, okay. You're like, nah, you full of shit. That ain't it. Let's play this Dej Loaf. I don't even think I'm gonna like it.
What's it called? Is this I'm playing the right one?
Oh, girl, listen. I don't know, because she wasn't on my list. I didn't know she dropped anything. I
saw it in my title, but I didn't. Honestly, I played it for like all of 2 seconds because it was on a title New Music from Women Artists playlist. And I played it and I was just like, all right. It's not a single. And not to say I don't like Dej Loaf, like but it's not a single to me. It's really not.
Well, then that means it's not memorable, which means we probably shouldn't even play ourselves trying to play it. So we can move on.
That Man is telling me to. This is a song you need to play.
What is the song? Because I'm already over it now. Damn it.
Hold on, I got it. Yeah, it's featuring Benny the Butcher, so I might be interested in it.
This Benny the Butcher obsession's getting crazy now. Can somebody from Griselda call Olivia, please? Not unless if you're not making 200K, don't bother. But you know,
I know he making 200K, honey. Shit. Please don't. I like that line.
This flow sounds like Roddy Ricch to me.
Well, see,
give me a Roddy Ricch flow.
This is the thing with Dej Loaf.
Like she repping, you know what I'm saying? That cadence sounds like Roddy Ricch to me, which isn't bad.
Coming out and she was giving this energy, and a lot of other rappers that came after, you know, kind of just took the torch.
Yeah.
So, you know, when
she
now
we're passed that
right,
shit.
she even passed that shit. Somebody took the shit. So when now we're here where Dej Loaf is coming back out and she's giving that energy that she's always given, and we're now comparing her to
Roddy Ricch.
That's
unfortunate. My bad.
It's unfortunate.
My bad.
But like, I mean, I'm glad to see her back. I mean, whatever break she needed, it clearly was needed. I really need to listen to I feel like we need to revisit this project. And let me come back and see what the real vibes is, because I didn't fully give it a good listen.
I don't want to come back.
I
don't want to come back. I don't want to.
I'm gonna let y'all know next week how I feel.
Olivia's gonna listen.
Bridget's not gonna come back, but I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel.
No.
I feel like there's something here, maybe, but I didn't give it a good listen to really know. But yeah, this is Dej Loaf. It's called Bird Call 2. Or Get Money.
Yeah, I'm cool. It's a hard pass for me. Hard pass.
Tata.
She says Tata like 6 times.
Shout out to Tata.
We love Tata, but yeah, that repetition of the same word 6 times is very Cameron. But anyway, shout out, we love Cameron. But Sweetie also dropped a record.
Yes.
Called Back to the Streets. And maybe that's why she said that foolishness on Instagram.
That's exactly why.
That was promo.
That is exactly why I gave it no. Yeah, I gave it no mind, because I'm like, yo, like y'all, this is pretty much a song lyric. She's promoting the song.
Well, then that's fine. Then she's all right.
So the whole Birkin conversation was kind of pointless because she's promoting her song. That's it.
Yeah, her and Janae Aiko. This is Cali. These Cali girls.
Yeah,
these Cali girls killing it.
Bay Area. Shout out to Bay Area. On a leash.
Hey.
Elise.
Traded in my old nigga. He was just Elise.
It be like that sometimes. All the time. But
I love this song.
Trade that old nigga and fuck him.
Damn, Liv.
Fuck these niggas. Nah, I'm glad sis finally put out this song.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up, all the haters that talk about all she do is put out sample songs. She sampled this body and that body. She's talking her shit. She giving her little singing flow on this one. It's an original track.
Yes.
It's a bop. It's a bop. Even if you a hater, you can't deny that this is a bop.
It has all of the elements of a Cali West Coast hit record. That bass line, you could do it, you know what I'm saying? I could picture Snoop Dogg, Uncle Snoop just
riding in the drop top. Okay.
Just do a little you know what I'm saying? Put your hands on your hips a little bit, do a little, it's a good vibe. It's a good little vibe. I like it. Well done, sweetie.
Old head on the grill.
Yeah.
Flipping them burgers. Yeah. I see the shit. I see the vision.
It's definitely that kind of record.
It's a vibe.
We love that.
Y'all rolling up.
Yeah.
Parking lot pimping.
Yeah.
And Janae did her thing.
Oh, Janae always be talking her shit. Janae Aiko is always in her fucking bag. That is a woman that always is always talking shit in her bag. Always. I love her.
Come on, Janae.
She said, I leveled up. I can't be stopped. I wish you luck, though.
Janae, I would like to hear a rap album from Janae.
You know what? It's gonna come.
It's coming.
It's gonna come. Because you know how Beyonce decided to start rapping 15 years in? Janae gonna come with some heat. She'll come with some rapping shit.
I'm ready.
Later. I'm ready. Yeah,
I'm ready.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Back to the Streets. It's a bop.
Back to the Streets.
It's a bop. I mean, these niggas belong to the streets anyway.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. All right, fine. Not all of them. But a lot of you niggas belong to the streets.
Some of them do belong to the streets. Mine does not.
No, he don't.
Mm-mm. He don't. He belongs to me. But, you know. Birkin or not.
Right. Girl, I got a dick pic this morning.
No. What?
That's why I said that.
How did we get to this 2 hours in? We got into the dick pic conversation 2 hours in.
You know why? Because I'm just like, I literally woke up, I'm doing my morning meditations and all that good stuff. Look, we record on Mondays. So that's the beginning of the week.
I have a headache.
So
in my
yeah,
eyebrow.
so I'm getting my morning meditations in and all that good stuff, whatever. All right, top of the week, let's go, let's get it. All right, cool. Fourth quarter, heavy, let's go. I opened up my DMs. I was thinking about you. Whole dick. Whole penis.
Can I ask a question?
Erect.
I'm gonna scroll through the comment section to get the fucking answers to this question. Who told y'all that sending a dick pic unsolicited, unrequested was a sexy thing to do? Who told y'all that?
I'm trying to understand.
I need y'all to find that bitch, I don't do the bitches and hoes. That's for Mandy. I don't like to refer to women as bitches and hoes, but call that bitch who told you sending you an unrequested dick pic was a good idea, and tell her she was wrong. And she owes you an apology.
She wrong for that.
Because nobody.
Don't nobody want that shit?
Nobody.
I'm tired of this church.
Nobody. No. Nobody asked.
No.
Nobody asked for that.
No one asked for that.
We don't want it.
Not on a Monday, as I'm trying to get my life together, we're in a recession.
Yeah, recede.
We're receding.
Receding back into your
pants. Financially, economically. Recede that erection back into your pants.
Was it a good pic at least?
It was good.
Okay.
It was.
All right.
So we but I'm just...
We popped all that shit and it was still a good pic. So I guess we gotta chill.
It was a good pic. I'm not even gonna lie. But in my mind, I'm just like, I'm not 25 no more. I'm 35.
Can you send me a picture of your credit score?
Right. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning, Queen.
Here are the stock options that you might want to look into. That's what I'm looking for.
By the way, 800 plus credit score and my house is currently in escrow.
Yeah.
Now that is a good morning.
That's a good morning.
Okay.
On a Monday, fine. Thursday, we get a little freaky. Wednesday, all right, whatever. Hump day. Let's do. You know what I'm saying? But not Monday. Monday, and you know what? He's gonna hear this and retract.
You do realize that on Wednesday he's gonna send you something that's hump worthy, right? It's gonna be hump worthy.
For
Wednesday.
sure. I know that's happening, but not on a Monday. I had to tweet it too. I'm like, look. In my mind, when you send a dick pic early Monday morning, that means you have no ambition. You have no priorities.
None.
Where are your priorities?
Ugh.
We're in a recession, sir. Monday morning, we're not wife and husband. We're not married. We're not in a relationship. You're sending me a dick pic on a Monday morning?
But I'm curious to know how many other people got that picture.
That's the thing.
And the fact, the thing is, we gotta give you back to the streets. You gotta go back. You gotta go back to the streets. You can't be sending them.
Malcolm X Boulevard, Martin Luther King Boulevard,
Marcus Garvey.
Because you know that's the hood. Marcus Garvey Boulevard.
Marcus Garvey on there.
Send them back to the streets in the alleyway, because that's where you belong. Do not send me dick pics on a Monday morning when I'm trying to get right and get with it and get on my grind.
What if somebody
send a dick pic with a stock option? Send a dick pic with Bloomberg.com letting me know what's going on in these financial streets. Let's get to this money. Let's get to this bag. You want to send a pic of your balls? Send a pic of the bag too. Like, come on, man. Let's really get focused. Let's get focused here. Recession, election. Did you early vote yet? Send me a pic of your picture of your early vote sticker on your dick. Let me know you about something.
This rant, you might have a future in ministry. You might have a future in church in ministry.
I think I might.
You might. Back to the streets. See, the thing is, we got to give you back to the streets.
Back to the streets.
Yeah.
La-da-dee-da-dee-da.
Well,
back to the streets.
This has been this PSA for all you men trying to send pictures of your dick. This has been brought to you by the See the Thing Is podcast. I think that's this episode. Back to the streets.
Send them back.
Got to go back to the drawing board because the drawing board is the streets. You got to figure. You got to plan. You got to map your shit out. You got to map your shit out a little better.
Make a little hopscotch on the streets, on the sidewalk, and think about the steps you need to take.
Correct.
To get where you need to go, because them dick pics on a Monday morning ain't it. It's not it.
All right. Well, I think we can
hopscotch it.
We can hopscotch it on out of here.
I think so too.
I've never seen so much passion. Liv came with the passion.
I was upset.
Listen, I mean, and rightfully so. That's disturbing. I'm happy that I don't get those anymore. I'm out the streets. I'm out the game all the way. So I'm just thrilled that I'm not subject to that anymore. Praise God. Because if I was, it would just all hell would break loose. I'm just grateful. Thanks, babe.
Yeah. So we out of here though.
We out of here though.
Yeah.